It's Anna Morgan, your career BFF. I help career misfits turn into badass job closers and build a personal brand that pops and land amazing career opportunities. Today is day 17 of the Advent calendar of activities. And tonight, this evening, we are talking all about really effectively networking and communicating with recruiters. So I am so glad you're all here. I see a couple people in the comments. So say hello. I would love to highlight you and invite you to the conversation and answer any questions that you have or any roadblocks that you're experiencing working with recruiters, because I am on a mission to help recruiters and job seekers communicate more effectively and really create remarkable experiences on both sides. So I am so glad you're all here. I would love to hear how everyone's week has been. I know for me, it has been crazy town as a part-time recruiter and career BFF and coach. Thank you for the hearts. I appreciate it. I have made several offers to candidates this week, starting them as early as the first week of January. So if you are in active job search, keep your foot on the gas, because we recruiters are busy and serious about retaining and bringing in talent the first and second weeks of January. So this is the time. So all right. I am, again, Anna Morgan, your career BFF. I have been a recruiter for almost 20 years. I kind of hate to admit that, because that means that I am getting old, which is just part of life, right? I am in the holiday spirit. I know a lot of people are baking cookies and watching Christmas movies this weekend and getting their Christmas shopping done. I feel extraordinarily behind the 8 ball. I have not done much shopping, and I still have a couple Christmas cards to get out. So feeling the pressure right now. Hey, Brenda, I'm so glad that you're here. Thank you for saying hello. Brenda, do you have all your Christmas shopping done? You strike me as a planner. You probably do. So thank you so much for joining. I love that you're here, and I am a huge fan of all the work that you do, not only to help entrepreneurs like me grow their business, but also the work that you do to support job seekers. So you are a gift to this community, and I so appreciate you. So we are talking about strategies to effectively work with recruiters, and today's tip was a little bit about the basics about getting the attention of recruiters. And I'm sharing this because I see this come up quite a bit in my communications or how job seekers reach out to me. So your interview as a job seeker begins with that first message. And that's why I also really have talked about how important it is to socially show up in the places your recruiters and your ideal hiring managers are engaging on the platform, so that you can start building that social trust. So when you send a direct message, it has a little bit more impact. But if you are sending a message, you really want to focus on that personalization. So I recommend that you really look at their profile section by section, analyzing their cover banner, looking at their headline, really diving into that about section, analyzing their work progression, maybe even looking at their recommendations and their interest. That can really give you some ammunition to write a personalized and creative message, because that really does stand out, because recruiters receive so many messages that are generic and almost very transactional and even spammy to a point. So when a recruiter gets a well-crafted message, it really demonstrates the job seeker's ability to take the time to do that research, right? And that it also demonstrates that they're more interested in building that connection as opposed to it just being transactional. And when you can specify the type of role that you're looking for and why you're a good fit, maybe a couple bullet points, and add some value to the conversation, your recruiters are definitely much more inclined to respond. And this is one of my 4 rescue dogs, Aurora. For those of you that don't know, I have been rescuing dogs for many, many years. And that's actually how the name of CareerBFF came about. Anna Morgan, a dog's best friend, Anna Morgan, a career's best friend. So here we are, #CareerBFF. Make sure that you follow #CareerBFF. So, all right, I'm going to stop sharing. Let me know if you have any questions. Brenda, thank you for stopping by to say hello. I really appreciate it. Let's see. Amazoning tonight. I know. I think I need to do that. I stopped in a couple stores. Well, I went to Costco yesterday, which is not the best place for shopping for gifts unless, you want to give someone 24 pairs of athletic socks. And then my daughter and I stopped in another clothing retailer, and I was like, oh my gosh, the retail crazy experience is going on. So it's interesting times out there, no doubt. In regards, so going back to recruiters and job seekers and the outreach, there are so many moving parts to execute a successful conversation between a recruiter and a job seeker. And it really comes down to, grace, right? We have to all give each other some grace. And in my recent newsletter, I talked about burnout. And it is a hot topic among entrepreneurs, job seekers, or recruiters, employees, you name it. But it's really about, treating each other like, nice human beings, and thinking about how you would want to be engaged, right? Hey, Junette, how are you? Happy Friday or Friday. I feel it feels strange. I haven't talked to you at all today. So I'm so glad you stopped by to say hello and support me. And if you have anything to add about networking and communicating with recruiters, please say, add to the comments. So personalization goes a long way. Again, that's like the first interview is really the recruiters are looking at your communication style, the research that you do. It really demonstrates, okay, how does this person's brain work and how will they show up in interview potentially with the hiring managers or the clients that we as the recruiters are representing. So that is definitely something to think about. This is my happy hour drink. It's not sponsored by LaCroix, but if LaCroix wants to sponsor me, I have given them thousands and thousands of dollars over my lifetime. I love LaCroix. Orange is not my favorite. Coconut is my favorite. So let me know if you love LaCroix because it is my fave. Okay, so what else about recruiters? So I actually had... I think this popped up in my memories the other day. And this is very, very, very common where I receive a message that simply says, let me know if you have a match. It was a connection request and then the resume was attached. And it literally said, LMK, if you have a good match for me. So I'll give you social proof. This was from one of my stories on LinkedIn. And again, I talk about the personalization, no introduction of who the candidate was to ground me and why I should keep reading, right? No mention of ideal roles, no mention of work preferences, ideal location. And it puts all the work back on the recruiter. So if you want to increase your chances of recruiters engaging and responding to you, you have to set the stage, right? Give them a foundation and make it easy for them to respond. Because when we are working 20, 30, 40 positions, we need you to help us connect the dots, right? So why you're reaching out, which position you're interested in, what attracted you to the organization? Is it the mission, vision, and the values of the organization or the culture? What resonated with you? What was that connection point? And what are the things that you feel in your background are the transferable skills that could provide impact and help that recruiter fill that certain position? It makes it easy for the recruiter to connect the dots because you're helping us think about all the different positions. And I had this conversation recently with another networking connection that had just reached out and said, like, do you have any sales positions? And again, it's like when you don't introduce yourself in the direct messages, it makes the recruiter or the person receiving the message be like, wait, am I supposed to know this person? Why is this person reaching out? Then we have to go look at the profile. And then we're like, okay, yeah, we have 30 sales positions open, but I don't know, what your background is, or if your background is in an industry that is somewhat related to the industry that I'm recruiting for. So you will absolutely increase your chances of conversion if you use some of those elements to help the recruiter connect the dots, and that will increase your chances of conversion. Hi, Martius, how are you? Cassandra is here as well. Thank you so much for joining. Do you like my hat? I need a hat that says CareerBFF on it. So it is really, really important to just take the time to pause before you send that direct message and think through the process. And this is why the behind the recruiter curtain is a huge component of my coaching and my upcoming course, because I have taken my almost 20 years of recruiter experience on the agency side and now corporate side. And I'm really giving you a behind the scenes look at, the processes, right? The things that the recruiters are dealing with, from how positions are getting approved, to how they work with leadership, to how they work with their clients, to help you manage up to recruiters and make it more of a partnership and a collaboration to create great results for both of you, because we don't want to waste our time, right? If we're going through this process and we're setting up these interviews, let's make it matter. So thank you so much. I so appreciate the gems. It is Friday. I'm so excited. It is Friday. And, to all the job seekers and all the recruiters out there, I see you. I see you. I know that you all are working hard out there. And it's just important to take some time, think through the process, because again, strategic and intentional is going to always yield better results than that kind of spray and pray method of, let me just, search all the recruiters in Atlanta, send my resume and say, let me know if you have a match. That is not a good strategy. So again, this is why it is a huge part of my coaching and my upcoming course. And again, with my mission to unite job seekers and recruiters, and the spirit of the holidays, like, let's all just get along, right? So that is what we have coming up. please let me know if you have any questions. If you are running into roadblocks or have unique recruiter situations, I always like to know. So don't be afraid to drop into my DMs and let me know what you're experiencing. I would love to support you through those conversations, help you triage any situations, help you ask the right questions, because that's another key thing when you are working with recruiters. There are different questions to be asking recruiters based on the types of positions that you're applying for, whether the recruiter is a corporate recruiter or an agency recruiter or an executive recruiter or contingency recruiter. So I have very deep knowledge in those areas and get super fired up about sharing my expertise with career changers in that space to help them accelerate opportunities and not let things fall through the cracks and really diminish ghosting, because that's a very hot topic on the platform. So we want people to get the results that they want, get the feedback they deserve, and get the money that they are worth. And my years in recruiting and sales and coaching positions me to support career changers and job seekers in that way. So I am super honored to be here. I think I am going to get my family motivated to get some additional decorating done here around the house, because we weren't able to decorate after Halloween like the rest of my friends did, because we had some painting done in the house. So it has been a little bit different. For those of you that are not going to be out shopping in the hustle and bustle tomorrow, I am hosting a free webinar, 6 Ways to Overcome Fear of Career Change at 2 p.m. Eastern. I will also be giving a little tiny preview of my Be Found First Job Search Accelerator for Career Misfits. It's a 12-week program. It starts January 17th, so just in time to get you ramped up for all the amazing opportunities first and second quarter of 2022. So if you are interested, please visit my profile. You can always book a job search accelerator call, spend 30 minutes with me, and we can mutually determine if my vibe, my approach, my BFF method to job search strategy is aligned with your career goals and what you feel comfortable with. And as always, it would be such an honor and privilege to support you through that journey. So tomorrow is day 18 of the Advent Calendar series. I will post my broadcast announcement later tonight, and you can expect to see this mug live for a couple more days. We have 8 days until Christmas. I still cannot believe I have gone live 17 days in a row, and a couple days I've gone live twice. If you missed our delicious dish with my business BFF, June Calruso, go back in my history and check it out. It was quite funny. We had some LinkedIn hiccups, and I was also on Dave Wilson's live show, as well as Sebastian's live, Sebastian Og. And I am just always honored to visit other folks' live streams. So if you are team replay, please be sure to drop a comment and say hello. Again, I am Anna Morgan. This has been day 17 of the Advent Calendar of activities for job seekers and career changers. Join me tomorrow for my free webinar. Drop in the DMs. Let me know if you're interested, and I will send you all the details. P.S. We are building career power boards, aka vision boards, and I posted mine on LinkedIn. I think it was yesterday. 10 pages of my goals. But I got big goals for 2022, and I'm sure you do too. Have a great night, everyone.